What is going on, everyone? This is Nine Soul Decodes back again with another one. Looking through the news on Google, and when I was checking it out, there wasn't a lot outside of the eclipse because today is the eclipse. It's a big day for that. However, I was able to see a passing away of one Rocket Norton happening on the eclipse. So you got rockets, you got the eclipse, the whole space theme happening, and Rocket Norton passes away. And this actually happened on Bitcoin's birthday, which is, the 5th of April is when it's kind of coined as that. However, the news of it kind of broke away here on the 8th. And this eclipse passing away just seems to be a coincidence because the man who passed away was 73 years old. So he's supposed to be an older gentleman. I've heard Zach talk a lot about this in the past in regards to people passing away in their elder years and that being kind of a plain sight ritual that may have happened, but people kind of looking at it as somebody older. So they're supposed to pass away, so it is what it is. However, looking kind of deeper, this gentleman may have been the third of three people to have been hit with this, and in the same group too. And the group he was part of was a group named Prism. I'm not a big rock and roll fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's people out there would school my butt on who's who, but I was able to kind of look up Prism a bit and found out that Ron Tabak, may have mispronounced his last name, but Ron here passed away on Christmas of 1984. And 1984 was also an eclipse leap year sort of situation happening that year as well. And he died on Christmas, as I said. Now, not too far before he passed away, there was a band by the name of the Police who came out and kind of talked about Murder by Numbers being one of their albums that came out in May 20th of 1983. And you keep going with this. Long story short, you find out that Ron Tavik passing away on Christmas. Of course, it hit F12 during the recording, right? But we're gonna keep going here. So Christmas, he passes away. Let's give you an example. And I know that the other gentleman passed away. So I put 2020 here. A guy named Steve Susie. Susie. Yeah, Prism. Yeah, he passed away. He passed away on the 23rd of November of 2020 during the corona vaccine pandemic. I'll keep it there. But this is where this is. So that's when he passed away. If you look at the anniversary of when the first gentleman I talked to you about passed away, you'll see you include that end date, that's 33 days. So you just count that as the first day, that's 33 days. And it also foreshadows this 4-5. And what's crazy about that 4-5, kind of showed you this on the other video here, but that 4-5 comes up in ritual, and he passed away on April 5th. And we talked about Chance Perdomo passing away at 27. That's why you want to know the ciphers. Some people are like, well, you're pulling the numbers from thin air. Not. These come from the spelling of whatever the term is, and you get this numerical value. This one's used a lot. This word's used a lot, as you know from the 27 club. But how about that 45 club? Less known about, less spoken about, but still important. Now, here what we have is this is the gentleman, Steve Susie, and he passed away, as you know now, 33 days in between the anniversary of himself and this gentleman up here, Ron. So we're getting these people passing away, and we're getting them passed away by these numbers. Now, again, the whole thing with this murder by numbers, the whole thing here is to reinforce the point that is lesser known, talked about. You won't hear a lot of channels talking about it, but these actual rituals that people are looking for in celebrity news, etc., rotate around numerology, gematria, and the execution and such. And I'll show you this. Now, this gentleman passed away when Susie passed away, him here. He passed away with the date numerology is 74 on that date. Now we're going to come back to that. And this is just kind of showing you the differences between the two dates. Now, Prism itself, the band and all that stuff, with the triangle upside down. As you know, anybody in the know now, you know about the as above, so below, the etherical symbol, I do believe, of earth and air. The triangle symbol, I'm going to show you right now. Some people might not know about this. There you go. So you got like these alchemical symbols of earth and air. Anyways, used a lot inside of music. And so we have it here. Instead of just putting a dot, we got the triangle because obviously their name is Prism, etc. Well, that also equals 33. Getting right to the heart of it. Okay? And it doesn't equal 33 in just one odd cipher. Prism equals 33 when you reduce it and reverse it. Kind of like, imagine taking an album. Oh man, date myself. But long story short, when I was a kid, there was albums around, right? So imagine taking an album and just like we call it like reverse masking, back masking. If you don't know about that already, reverse back masking. I'll show you real quick. I think it's how you call it. Wrong term up here, but yeah, here we go. Anyways, alleged practice, right? Planting messages in music, allegedly, right? Now, my whole thing is I don't think it's alleged. When you look at stuff like, this stuff right here. Now, the reverse, etc., getting these 33s. Now, hold up. There was a 33 up here when I was telling you about the guys in between the death dates between Susie and Ron over here. Okay, well, we're getting somewhere. So now we're getting these 33s. Now, keep in mind here that 33 is also 4 weeks and 5 days. It's another way to do 33. So if I go up to this over here, a little friend, and I do, there you go. There's a correlation between the two. That's all that's really saying to you. Now, coming back over here, now he gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. We're going back to Rocket Norton. Stay with me here, folks. We're back with Rocket Norton, okay? And he gets inducted to the Hall of Fame on the 22nd of June, 2023. You guys see over here, 22nd of June. Well, that just so happens to be 30 months and 30 days between the second death, Susie, who died of a heart attack. First gentleman, Ron Tabak, died of a brain aneurysm that wasn't found after they did a blood clot test in his head. So he passed away, and Chris is 84. Susie passed away 33 days between that, as you know now. And now we have the 30 months and 30 days between the 23rd of when Susie dies and then this Hall of Fame thing. Now, this isn't to accuse Rocket here. He's got nothing to do with this. I do believe someone else is pulling the strings or another group. Now, this is a 33 in plain sight. What's interesting about this is that Rocket Norton's other name is Gary F. Wanstall, okay? And that equals 192. You can see that there's 192 days left. And you know what? I'll show you. Okay? You think I'm joking? 192 days left, and I think this year should be different because we're in a leap year, but it's not. So it's always 192 days left on June 22nd. Just in case you ever get quizzed randomly on the street, just know that. Anyways, his name equals the date. Kind of strange, right? Well, let's keep going here. As I said, this may be even like a script thing where he was supposed to be there and all the rest of it for that time because that's how they roll. Now he passes away at 73. We're going to get to that 73. Before we get there, I want to kind of show you some other things. This here is, remember, this all happened on the eclipse when they came out and said, this gentleman passed away, etc. from cancer. He's been battling for 2 years, but they announced it during the eclipse. Just keep that in mind. Now there's an anniversary with this whole murder by numbers whole thing that came out May 20th, 1983. When that came out, and on that date, and it got released officially, it has now this anniversary to it, right? Well, that's the May 20th every year. It's going to be that anniversary of murder by numbers. Well, It's just 333 days apart from that time to this year's coming May 20th, Murder by Numbers anniversary. There's another 33 connection. There's another one outside of that. Now he had this cancer support charity fundraiser that happened in downtown Vancouver that was organized to help out, as you know, people surviving cancer. It's really, really good. I'm not here to diss that at all. Nor am I here to diss this, but you can see it, man. There's 121 comes up. Now, let me break this down. This happened on October 21st. And if just by removing a quick zero and a slash, you get this 121 popping up. Vancouver, where it happened, equals 121, as does, a good old, we'll call it a blood. Well, you see it, all right? I was going to try and mask it with something else, but I couldn't think of the words. Now, what was interesting about it, more than anything else, because this is a random, charity event, right? Well, it has the same date numerology as the ones our friend Steve Susie passed away, right? So when he passed away, the same date numerology is here. So that kind of makes you wonder. I mean, like, what's good? Not to mention 74. Just kind of looking at it, right? Watch the birdie. Seem familiar? Pops up a little bit, right? Now let's go ahead and check something else out. So as we're doing this, we're kind of checking it out. Well, it looks like these two events are 2 years and 333 days between each other. And just in case you think I'm lying about that, go ahead and check it out. Here he is. And that was on, right? Get rid of the weeks. There you go. And it's just crazy. Because it's like, well, what's the chances of all this? And we kind of talked about chance per dermo. If you haven't checked it out, man, check it out. I'll leave a link in a description. Check it out there, man. All right. But I'm just telling you, what are the chances of this? Seriously. And if you take that date from the time they had that actual concert, then you have the anniversary of our friend Susie, 33 days. What? Are you kidding me? And then after that, just go ahead from that anniversary and go to the point to which he passed away. You get his name again. 19 weeks, 2 days. Gary F. Weinstall, aka Rocket Norton, the man who passed away during, or was reported to pass away during the eclipse, but actually passed away on the 5th, right? And that date itself has a 33 in it. And the word eclipse got a 33 in it, plus it got the 192. Holla if you hear me in the back. I don't understand what this is. Now, outside of this not being a coincidence, this would have to be something orchestrated by like a group or something. As I told you, and the only group that I know who does stuff like that is, well, we kind of spoke about them a bit, but, J suits, man. You kind of call them the J suits, don't tase me, bro. I'm just telling you, this is what it is. I mean, like this guy's pop up, like you wouldn't even believe. Now, I don't know if it's this group specifically responsible for this, but I do believe that there is a group in regards to that. Now, I got a post about that somewhere on X. I'll try and share it on the description. But I don't think it's just the J suits, bro. I think it's like a bunch of them, and they all kind of use this thing. And a lot of it has to do with the actual people in charge. And I'll do a Rumble or YouTube about that another time. But long story short, man, you got to watch out for this stuff, or my girl, whatever you want to call yourself. Just watch out for this stuff. It's nuts. It is crazy. I mean, this is a new moon and an eclipse. We're getting news about this. And they could have announced it on a Saturday or a Sunday, but they announced it today. So, I mean, obviously people are watching the news. I guess that's probably one of the reasons why you do it practically. But outside of that, it also adds up to these here numerologies, man. So I'll leave the blog URL in the description. Check it out, man. I'm gonna come out with another one. Hopefully, in a couple of days, we'll see what's going on. I just want to make sure that there's something good cooking here to show you guys in regards to some 9-soul decode news, man. But it is what it is. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you wanna. All right, man. I'm out.